Hi, I would like to show you how we can structure our Flutter app for a large-scale company, for example. So the first, I would show you the structure of the project. So you have your lib folder, source is optional, and so the really important folder is features. So I would recommend a feature first approach. So most of the time you work in your feature folder. But it also makes maybe sense to use a common widget folder where you have, for example, buttons, which you use all over your app, or text fields, which you also use all over your app. So that makes sense. Also, if you have custom exceptions, I would have here the exceptions folder, localization and routing should be also centralized here. So you should use maybe a Go router to centralize your routing logic. Utils, the util folder, it's also really important that you don't put any feature specific utils in this util folder. This util folder here is only for utils you use all over the app. For example, how to format your currency, like this is all over the app same, right? So you can put it here, or how to format the date. You can also put it here because it's not feature specific, it's really for the whole app. So now let's check the really important folder is a feature folder. So if you have all your features here, and the first important part is to think about what is a feature. What is a feature actually? When you build an app, the first easy way to think about, you maybe think about is, okay, I have an app with 4 screens, so I have 4 features. So this is not the case. That's really important because you want to separate your code in features, right? And every feature is like a plugin. And the best thing is if I delete, for example, the authentication feature, if I would delete it, that the whole app still works because it's just like a plugin. It does not have dependencies on the other features. That's a really clean way to build your app. But to achieve that, you need to separate your app in features based on what your app does, not what you see in the UI. So you should really take your time and think, okay, what is my app doing? For example, you have a to-do app with where you also can track your working time. So you have multiple screens, but you need to think, okay, what is the app doing? It authenticates. That would be one good feature. It tracks time tracking feature, and to-do functionality. To-do functionality is the third feature. And so you can separate it in these 3 features, and one feature can have multiple screens, for example, because you look not in the UI, you look more like from the logic, business logic, and which API calls you use, and separate it that way, because that allows you to clearly divide your app in different features, and that way you have a clear separation, and you will have much less problem in the long run.